Chromium. If you've never heard of it, we're going to dive into it in this video. It's one of those technologies that runs the entire world. It's a free and open source project that Google uses to create their own browser, Chrome. But there's also a massive overlap when it comes to Linux gaming and Chromium, and that's why I'm talking about it today. This week, it seemed that Google started handing over the reins of Chromium to the Linux Foundation, and the future of the web seemed a little brighter. But did it really? While I often talk about Linux gaming on this channel, another one of my biggest passions is the web. I'm a web developer by trade. I write backend and front-end code in equal measure. And as much as I geek out over operating systems, I am just as much a nerd about browsers. Firefox, Brave, even like Safari and stuff, I just love browsers. They're so neat. Like I said, Chromium is what Google Chrome is based on, and Chrome accounts for some 70% of all browser market share in the entire world. But Chromium is not just the upstream project of Google Chrome. It's also the basis of Microsoft Edge, of Brave, Vivaldi, Opera, and pretty much every other browser you've ever heard of besides Firefox and Safari. What's even more crazy though is that Chromium is the basis of Discord, Slack, Spotify, VS Code, and other Electron-based applications. And even more relevant to this channel, Valve ships a version of Chromium to power many aspects of the Steam UI, including the built-in browser, the friends list and chats, the desktop library, and even big picture mode itself. Suffice it to say that Chromium dominates not just the browser market, but also a not insignificant portion of desktop and mobile applications. It's wild. I mean, Google maintains control over both Chrome and Chromium, either directly through their Chrome browser or by paying their employees to contribute 90% of annual Chromium commits. And it's wild to me how much power Google wields here. They have found themselves in control of this entire space, able to dictate web standards, and we, as developers, are almost entirely dependent on Google for a lot of things. It's one of the reasons the US Department of Justice is hounding Google over antitrust violations, because Google is just so dominant over so many things. Chromium is just one of them. So in order to hedge their bets, Google is giving the appearance of divesting from Chromium with this move. Now, what move am I talking about? Well, they are apparently handing over the reins of the Chromium project to the Linux Foundation. But are they really? I mean, when we cut through the BS, what does this change signify? Is this a net benefit? Will it make any difference at all? What's actually going on? We need to dig a little deeper. Now, the Linux Foundation is a nonprofit organization that promotes free and open source software development, including Linux, as well as many other projects. Now, the Linux Foundation raises money to fund the development of free and open source software by creating working groups for usually a specific piece of software. They call these working groups projects, and companies will become members of these projects and pledge money to each project. Then these projects will fund the development of the target software. Now, this is a bit of a simplification, but it works to illustrate the point here. Now, what's happening is that Google and the Linux Foundation have created a new project called the Supporters of Chromium-based Browsers. Now, I'm going to call it SCB for short in this video. I don't want to keep saying Supporters of Chromium Browsers over and over again. And the thing is, SCB is part of the Linux Foundation now. According to the Linux Foundation's director, Jim Zemlin, quote, "This project will provide much needed funding and development support for open development of projects within the Chromium ecosystem." Continuing in the press release, the Linux Foundation says, quote, "The supporters of Chromium-based browsers will provide a neutral space where industry leaders, academia, developers, and the broader open source community can work together to support projects within the Chromium ecosystem. By fostering collaboration, the initiative aims to remove barriers to innovation, expand adoption, and ensure that projects within the Chromium ecosystem receive the resources they need to thrive." All right, so that sounds okay to me. I like the idea of having more people and organizations involved with the development and the progress of Chromium. Projects within the Chromium ecosystem, this could mean any number of things. I mean, Chromium is not just a browser, but it's also Chromium OS, the operating system that Chrome OS is based on. And within the Chromium browser itself, there are lots of smaller projects for implementing features, adding support for new standards, and a whole lot more. But I think we need to ask ourselves, who's involved here? Well, first up, Google is pledging their support, of course, as is Meta and Opera, and Microsoft is also throwing their hat in the ring. And I think that all makes sense. I mean, many of these companies rely on this technology the most, and they're getting involved and putting more money into this project. And the thing is, Chromium was and still is technically an independent project from Google. According to the press release, quote, "The Chromium project themselves will remain under current existing governance structures, while just the new supporters of Chromium-based browsers will be housed under the Linux Foundation." So the question is, what will SCB actually do? Enter Google. They're the for-profit company with the most to lose or to gain from Chromium. I mean, Google is Chromium's primary beneficiary. As we've established, Google is the #1 contributor in terms of code, and it therefore follows that they also invest the most money into the project. And also, as I mentioned, Google come under scrutiny from the Department of Justice. In the antitrust proceedings, the DOJ is asking the courts to force Google to divest from Chrome. And if they had to divest from Chrome, that would be disastrous for them, frankly. So to me, on paper, I understand the benefit of SCB, but I don't see it being incredibly useful or anything like that right off the bat. I mean, the company with the most to gain here is Google, right? Making what could be considered an empty gesture of looking like or appearing like they're divesting from Chrome, especially if the judge on this case doesn't understand what any of this means. I mean, I get it, right? I mean, I'm trying not to pass judgment until we see like the fruits of this labor here. Will the technical committee that's being created by this project provoke meaningful change? I mean, is it going to help introduce more stakeholders into the Chromium ecosystem? Will it wrestle control of the web and Electron-based software away from Google? I'm hopeful that it will, while also trying to remain clear-eyed about what's going on here. Unless something catastrophic happens, I don't see how SCB is going to hurt. And there are pathways for it to make a big difference. But right now, it feels like a preemptive move from Google against the antitrust case. I mean, even the name Supporters of Chromium-based Browsers feels all kinds of wrong for so many reasons. First of all, the Linux Foundation has hundreds. I'm talking like literally hundreds of projects that they support. None of them are named anything like this. There are projects like Lodash, Aptainer, and OpenFX, and even on the wordier end, we've got stuff like Regulation Innovation Special Interest Group or Open Glossary for Edge Computing. To me, Supporters of Chromium-based Browsers doesn't conform to that standard. It doesn't fit the mold. It doesn't imply the same clear, simple mission that the other ones do, and therefore, it feels a little suspicious to me. It also smacks of, look at these industry organizations that support Chrome and the plight against government overreach and regulation, which is just gross to me, right? Like, Chromium doesn't mean Chrome, I understand that, but to the uninitiated, you could hear Chromium and you might not know the difference. But worst of all, and Google should know this, is the fact that they included the word browsers here, and that's beyond inappropriate, in my opinion. It's excluding all Electron-based applications which use Chromium as a base as well. And granted, maybe they wanted to limit the scope of this project, but to me, it goes back to the cynically crafted name hypothesis that I proposed earlier. And how the Linux Foundation should have proposed this name too, because guess what? Electron is literally one of the Linux Foundation's projects. Look, I'm trying not to judge a book by its cover. I truly want this to be successful. I hold out sincere hope that I am wrong about this, that my suspicions of Google are misplaced, and that this is the first step towards making the web more open and more collaborative. But I just don't trust Google. And that's why I want to know what you think. Will the Linux Foundation's projects here make a difference? Sound off in the comments below. And if you want more videos like this, you know what to do. Like that smash button. I make new videos every Monday and Friday, so get subscribed so you don't miss them. I also want to thank my patrons and my YouTube members for their continued support. It's because of folks like this that I'm able to make these videos for you every week. If you'd like to get your name listed over here, you can use the links below to become a member. It all makes a huge difference. That's going to do it for now though. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Friday.